Hey, so I'm back in my creative mode just to sort of tell you where I'm going with this next video here is to sort of pit Minecraft up against a final project for SLO or GLO 9 SS2 that happened or that my cooperating teacher did when I was observing in my first practicum. Um, and the assignment they had to do was to, on a 2D map, map out their like a village or an object or a shape that people wanted to do. So people picked all kinds. Like there was neighborhoods. There was one kid tried to do a stadium that was pretty cool. Um, People did stuff from video games, little anime stuff, whatever they were interested in, right? And so they did this 2D thing, and then they had to go and they had to find materials to use in like a diorama, and then paint and decorate and do whatever they wanted to it. And I already knew about Minecraft at the time, like I had played it before, and I thought to myself, well, this is something that you know is pretty interesting and sort of directly applies. And so all what I've been circling is just a quick little 3D object that I made with no particular planning or design or anything out of just a couple of different kinds of blocks. To show you, I think I made this. It took me like 3 or 4 minutes to make this in creative mode, so not long. Um, and this looks pretty darn 3D to me. And you can see that it's nicely blocked out so students can really quickly sort of check to see how they're doing. So, the whole assessment uh, of and as and for learning uh, trio that we got going on there. Um, I'd say this would be a way for students to assess for learning. So if they're guessing, or if they're deciding how big do you want to build something, or even if they're asked, well, how much, uh, what's the surface area of this thing, and take into account, there's a square here that's in the middle, and we've got all these other sort of irregularities going on. Or even if you wanted to start off and you could say, what's the shape of the oak wood plank rectangle? Because that's just a straight rectangle, but it has, you can go inside of it, you can walk around, you can interact, you can count. Well, on the inside, there's three. Is there three on the outside? Yes, there is. Okay, we'll count how many goes across. All right. And see these objects and break them apart if they want to and sort of interact with them. And I thought right away that it would be, something that in the right situation would be a valuable learning experience because one of the things that happened in that classroom a lot of the time was um, like it was a cramped space to do all that building with as many kids were in the class. So there was, besides like the big mess and all the other stuff that's not really, not a big deal. Um, the students had a hard time talking to one another because it was so loud, and then things kind of devolved a couple times on us there. But for the most part, they were, you know, I think that this provides a better space to create the things that you want, especially, if I want to make a pink block and and a green block and a birch wood, and the list goes on and on and on and on. Uh, Decoration's not a problem. Like some of this stuff, I've never even seen a prismarine in survival mode, so like that's what that guy looks like there. But you know, if you're gonna tell or if you're gonna have students make something and have it be a 3D object, they may as well get a chance to make a fun 3D object. And like, I'll fly here, but this whole game is just all this big, huge environment, and I can fly around for hours and hours and hours, and this world will kind of just keep generating in front of me, right? So there's all kinds of space for kids to run around and explore and build stuff, and oh, cool, what's going on with this mountain, right? Let's go check this out, and just the fun parts of playing a video game that the math isn't the focus in this kind of experience, but it's something that being aware of it and if you're a teacher looking for sort of a context to put a lesson into, I think this is a pretty good uh, medium to talk to students about mathematical concepts and uh, the related things about. Um, So yeah, I'll just hop in this lava and cut this one off.